Hey everyone, how's it going? Today we're gonna be reviewing a system that's been trending in my area. Now, what is so special about these systems and why do people like them so much? In this system we have a 4th gen i7, specifically 4770S, and we have a GTX 1050 Ti. We also have 16 gigs of DDR3 RAM and 500 gigs of SATA SSD storage. And as we can see, the system itself is quite appealing visually. Now these come with different kinds of RGB colors. For myself, I prefer red in a black case, so that's what we have here. Now the reason why gamers here enjoy this system so much, well, besides them being affordable, is that these systems can play all of the, or at least the majority of the esports games that they wanna play, such as CS2, Valorant, Apex Legends, and many others. People here also really like to play GTA 5 online, maybe sometimes some AAA games like Cyberpunk, Tomb Raider, Witcher 3, and many others. Obviously, on a budget system like this, we're not gonna be playing Starfield, Jedi Survivors, and many other really high demanding games such as those. So basically, this system is meant to play esports games that are easier to run, and it has to deliver, I guess, 100 or even in a better case 200 FPS on a medium or so setting, since this is a very budget system and it has to be affordable for pretty much any gamer if they want to enjoy esports games for cheap. So why don't we dive in and see what the computer is actually capable of. this brings us to the end of the video. Honestly, if it was my PC, I would be highly satisfied with it. It can play any of the esports games, it can play some other a bit higher demanding games as well, but honestly the purpose of it is to let you play any of the esports games on 100 to 200 FPS. Honestly, in Fortnite I had epic settings on performance mode, and I remember I had around 100 FPS depending on what was going on in the game. Obviously I would lower the textures and such and have higher FPS, but those were the settings that I felt comfortable with. And in Valorant I had way over 100 FPS. I would say it was quite comfortably playing it at 180, maybe 200 FPS on highest settings in the game. Valorant doesn't really need that strong of a computer to play it, since it's a really easy to run game. And few other games that we tested, such as Counter-Strike 2, it was pretty comfortable playing that game on high settings, mind you. This computer doesn't really cost that much. At the moment locally it goes for around $300. Now depending on where you are, we don't really import any hardware officially in this country, and we have to pay import fees, value-added tax and many other stuff to import hardware, so the prices are quite high. Say for example, if you live in a country where hardware is much easier to get and is generally cheaper, plus the monthly wage is higher for you, obviously it is way easier for you to obtain similar hardware, and you're gonna get it for cheaper since the hardware might be manufactured in your country where you live, whereas for us it is a lot harder. That's why the prices might seem a lot to you guys, but for a computer like this, $300 is basically, I would say, average price. And before we get sidetracked, I wanna say that playing games such as Doom Eternal on a cheap computer like this, it was also really enjoyable. Doom Eternal is actually one of my favorite games, one of my favorite shooting games, FPS games, that also has a story to it. It's a game that I've been playing and I think I'm gonna get all the achievements on because I really enjoy that game. And as for GTA 5 Online, I mean that's what local players play here. That's what other people like, and no wonder the system is trending because it can play that game on very high settings at 60 to 90 FPS depending on where you are. And if you even lower the graphics to high or even normal, then you're gonna have like 100 to maybe even 150 FPS. And as for Cyberpunk, I mean, I just tested that game because, I mean, why not? Everybody wants to know whether their computer can play Cyberpunk or not. And quite honestly, this computer could play Cyberpunk over 30 FPS quite comfortably at that. And yes, we had FSR turned on, we had it on balance, and yeah, we did sacrifice some graphics and visuals, but I mean, honestly, if I was on a budget, I would be satisfied with it since this computer's purpose has never been to be able to play Cyberpunk 2077. And after all that said, I think I understand it a bit better why people like these PCs so much and why they are trending. I mean, they look amazing, at least for me, visually, they look amazing. For a budget PC, it's all I could ask for. The computer handles all of these sports games quite well at Full HD resolution. But yeah, that's pretty much it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed the review. Would you guys buy a computer like this? Are you guys satisfied with it? You know, write your opinions in the comments below. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'm gonna see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.